There is a new story involving Secret Service text messages related to the Trump riots that has now gone viral and exploded. I'm going to tell you what's going on. And remember, just because text messages have been erased doesn't mean they aren't retrievable. And indeed, the latest news is that the text messages, despite being deleted, are going to be retrieved. So let's jump into the story. CNBC report. January 6th panel subpoena Secret Service for erased texts. The House committee investigating the U.S. Capitol attack subpoenaed the Secret Service for text messages agents reportedly deleted right around January 6, 2021, the date of the Trump riots. Committee Chairman Benny Thompson said in a statement the committee understands the messages had been erased. Thompson outlined an aggressive timeline for the production of the documents by Tuesday, that's tomorrow. And I'll tell you in a moment whether they are going to have the text messages by that date. The Guardian reports January 6th committee to receive deleted Secret Service texts, according to Democrat. Agency's account of how texts sent on Capitol attack and day before were lost has shifted several times. When you get different explanations for the same occurrence, it's not proof that someone is lying, but it's at least a suggestion that you should be looking into what the hell is going on. Deleted Secret Service texts sent on January 6th, the day of the insurrection at the U.S. Capitol, will be released by Tuesday to the House committee. You can imagine how shocked we were to get the letter from the Department of Homeland Security Inspector General saying he'd been trying to get this information and they had in fact been deleted after he asked for them, said Zoe Lofgren to ABC's This Week. We need all the text to get the full picture. This is the interesting part. The Secret Service's account about how text messages from the day before and the day of the Capitol attack were erased has shifted several times. At one point, the explanation from the Secret Service for the lost texts was because of software upgrades, according to the Inspector General. At another point, the explanation was because of device replacements. The Inspector General also said that though the Secret Service opted to have his office do a review of the agency's response to the Capitol attack, in lieu of conducting after-action reports, it then stonewalled the review by slow-walking production materials. There were claims during the Trump administration that even the Secret Service, which is widely, I don't know if widely considered, but widely expected to be an apolitical organization involved only in protecting individuals in positions of power, including the president, their family, and others, even though that's the idea. The allegations during the Trump presidency were that even Secret Service had turned political and that there were essentially Trump hacks within Secret Service, maybe not at the highest levels, but at medium and agent levels. If indeed that was the case, it would make sense that they would all of a sudden be wanting to be very cloudy about what took place on January 5th and January 6th, particularly now in light of Cassidy Hutchinson's claims before the committee that Trump tried to get Secret Service to take him to the Capitol for the riot, that Trump tried to commandeer a vehicle, that Trump lunged at a Secret Service agent, and on and on and on. So the circumstantial case would give us a number of reasons to suspect why the Secret Service might just not have accidentally deleted the exact texts that were requested. As of this morning, deleted Secret Service texts to be sent to January 6th committee by Tuesday tomorrow. So it does appear as though the Secret Service texts will be turned over. And on Thursday night is what is at least for now considered to be the last January 6th hearing. We will see what role these text messages play then. You really can't make this stuff up. Now, remember, as we are learning here, deleted and retrievable are two different things. And if you zoom out for a moment and think about January 5, January 6th, Trump's daily visitor and call log has that very suspicious 7-hour gap. Talked about that months ago. Mike Pence didn't want to get into the car with Secret Service when the rioters were getting into the Capitol, and they were chanting "Hang Mike Pence," and a gallows had been built. Pence was hesitant to get into the car with Secret Service. Why exactly, we don't know. And now we have the allegation, and it seems to be proven, that Secret Service texts were deleted. Look at the pattern. Extraordinarily odd, extraordinarily bizarre. And in the next 72 to 96 hours, we may have more insights into exactly what is in those text messages. Let me know what you expect. Find me on Twitter at dpacman. We'll take a quick break and be right back. Science has shown us that lowering your body temperature at night improves sleep in many ways. Our sponsor, Chili Sleep, creates systems that cool down your bed, promoting deeper, higher quality sleep. It also just feels great. I use it at home. I'd recommend it to anyone, and I've recommended it to some friends who now use it as well. Chili Sleep's product, the Uller, the Cube, and the Dock Pro, they're all water-based temperature-controlled pads that fit onto your existing mattress. You can keep your bed as low as 55 degrees, as hot as 115 degrees. I like 60. Their new Dock Pro sleep system has double the cooling power of other models, 5 times the cooling contact, whisper quiet. You can control it with your phone. It's awesome. With Chili Sleep, there's no more feeling hot at night, no more sweating. Cooling your bed down like this is amazing. You really have to try it for yourself. When you go to chilisleep.com/Pacman, you'll get 30% off the Uller and Cube sleep systems and 10% off the new Dock Pro. This offer is only for my audience. The link is down below.